What's up, friends and neighbors? I gotta tell you right now, expectation is the mother of all disappointment. And some of y'all need to lower your expectations or learn how to manage them, because you're trying to control a bunch of shit that you got no business controlling. Things that aren't even in your control. Things that are completely outside your control, you're trying to micromanage with expectation, right? Even the future, you're trying to control the future by expecting all this shit to happen the way you want, or even just expecting a certain outcome increases the odds that you might be disappointed. A disappointment's fine. You know what? I'm not saying you should avoid, all the emotions that are negative, that don't make you happy. Disappointment is fine. I'm just trying to tell you how you can avoid some disappointment, because life is a balance between the good thing and the bad. Like trying to learn how to deal with it, disappointment, sadness, boredom, all this shit, loss, regret. That's one thing that you're gonna need to do in life. Don't avoid that shit, but also limit the amount of that shit that you have to deal with. Some people seek it out, right? And some people don't even realize how much energy they're wasting with all these wrestling with all these thoughts and these things that just take away all your energy. And disappointment is one of them. The reason I bring this up is because I've been expecting some shit in the mail for a while. Like, I've been waiting on it for a long time, and I thought that it was supposed to come today. Don't get a tracking number, blah, blah, blah. So I go back and I look at the email, and the email says 3/18 is my expected delivery date, not 2/18. So I'm like, what a bummer, That's a bummer. But aside from that, that's as far as it goes. Because even though I would love to have the shit in my hands, and I've been waiting for it, I've been looking forward to this moment for technically like 4 years. Because I've been waiting for an opportunity to get these items. And then I finally got them, or I ordered them. And it's going to be, a long time before I still get them. So that got me thinking about happiness and joy and contentment and expectation and all this stuff. And that's why I'm talking to y'all today about expectation. And the reason why I think you should lower your expectations, or stop expecting shit from other people when it's unreasonable. And that's what I'm going to place that caveat. You be reasonable with your expectations, okay? And then you will save yourself a lot of heartbreak, a lot of energy, and a lot of disappointment in the future. Especially when it comes to relationships. Man, if you want to... Let me back up. So you see a lot of people, like online. Go look at any online profile on Tinder or Match.com or whatever that shit, all that shit. You see these online dating profiles where people just list out a huge, I call it a ransom list, a list of demands that they expect from the person who they end up with, or and it's like, Jesus Christ, you would be a fucking nightmare to date or marry, for that matter, because you just have too many unrealistic expectations. And guess what? When in a relationship, the more unreasonable expectations you have for the other person, the less likely they are to live up to your impossible standard, right? So you and them are both going to be miserable as hell until you lower your expectations, because if they're unreasonable, the other person isn't going to be able to live up to them no matter what, because we're humans. We're not perfect. So you have to lower yours. If either of you hopes at all to enjoy this relationship, you need to fucking be reasonable about your expectations, okay? Now, I'm going to close this out. So this is going to be a really quick video. You cannot control the behavior of others, right? Stop trying to control other people. All this shit's outside of your control. That's the dichotomy of control. That's what Stoicism is all about. It's teaching you what is in your control and what is outside of your control, and letting go of all your anxiety and your expectations of shit that's outside your control will make your life a ton easier. Okay? You'll be more joyful. You'll have all this energy that you can expend on other things. Okay? We'll talk about happiness another time. I think that's going to be an important subject. But why? The last thing I want to say to you is, you know, people will tell, like, what about standards, man? I have high standards. I have this and that and this and that. Sure, you can have high standards in other people, but don't complain when you can't find people that will meet your high standards. If they're impossible or unreasonable, I don't want to hear your shit. I don't want to hear, because you're choosing to eat a shit sandwich when there's other options that are just great. They're probably great if you just give them a shot. So when it comes to standards and expectations, right? Lower your standards for other people and lower your expectations for other people, but have high standards and high expectations for yourself. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So that's it for today, okay? Lower your expectations, manage your expectations. Like, subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow. And we will talk some more about something else that's awesome. So yeah, subscribe to this channel so that we can both have better lives. May your emblem endure.